Wisconsin is offering to implant tiny microchips into its employees.
Not just the chips could allow people to unlock office doors, make purchases. Rebecca, come on here.
So many questions about this, Robin and Michael. Good morning. We asked a lot of them. This is the first American company to ever try this. 1 week from today, many of the employees, including the CEO, will voluntarily have the microchips implanted into their bodies, and they're calling it, I'm not kidding here, a chips and salsa party.
Oh.
This morning, like a scene straight out of 007.
So you can keep an eye on me?
Employees at one Wisconsin tech company, 3 Square Market, willingly making that fantasy a reality, implanting their own bodies with microchips.
What did the employees say when you brought this idea to them?
Half of them actually within 5 seconds says yes.
CEO Todd Westby, along with 50 of his 80 colleagues, even his wife and kids, preparing to implant these chips, the size of a grain of rice, between their forefingers and thumbs, so they can do everything from buy snacks in the break room to log in the morning to unlocking doors with just the swipe of a hand.
What did it take to persuade the holdouts?
Basically, we had to explain to them there's no tracking of the information. It's not GPS or anything like that.
The radio frequency technology in the devices, approved by the FDA, will be inserted with a small needle by a licensed technician. Some internet experts warn that the convenience could come at a cost.
Many things start off with the best of intentions, but sometimes intentions turn. We've survived thousands of years as a species without being microchipped. Is there any particular need to do it now?
Participation is optional, and some are holding out.
There's always the fear of infection, so it's the unknown right now.
But many are excited to give the new technology a try.
I think it's kind of cool. Just pop it up there and it'll work.
Just pop it up there. It's that simple. So to give you a sense, here's a grain of rice. The chips will be inserted like this grain of rice right here between your thumb and your forefinger. And most of the employees have opted in. It is voluntary.
One size fits all, I guess. Now, what happens if you get the implant and then you're like, I don't want this anymore?
So they told me, in case this happens, you pop it out. You literally push it out the way you would push a splinter out of your hand. Yes.
This is a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show. I covered this story last year about this company in Wisconsin, which is planning on having its employees voluntarily microchip themselves. You just saw the video. That video is actually from this week because they're going forward with it as of next week. And I wanted to make it very well known to people who listen to this channel that this is starting to become mainstream. Good Morning America talking about it. Okay, and of course they're sounding a little bit hesitant. Ooh, is it okay? This is how mind control works, right? They're not going to roll out. They're not going to go, get it. Oh, get it, because people are going to be suspicious. They're going to go, I don't know. Then they're going to release reports on how no one's gotten sick. Everything's good. Fake stories about people who are getting hacked and losing, their identity online, and how they'll need a microchip so people can't steal their identity or steal their money or any of this stuff, right? With these cyber hacks, that's how all of this is going to come together. But what you're seeing is more and more businesses, right? So they started with animals. As you know, many countries force you to microchip your animals and your pets, and they say, well, it's so the pets don't get lost. Right, this is just a slow seed planting indoctrination. And now in America, we're seeing more and more employees, right, volunteering to get this chip, including the CEO of this company who, this guy, you want to talk about some sick problems. First of all, in that clip, he talks about how he's microchipping his whole family. But the chip is supposed to be for his work so that people can get snacks faster or get into the door quicker instead of using a key, because we all know that takes way too long, especially with these key cards that they have where you just hold it up like a hotel room door. Boy, that might take a whole 2 seconds. Might as well get it in your wrist so it could take 1 second. Not sure why he'd be microchipping his own family, being that they don't work there. being that his children are young. I mean, what are they going to do with the microchip? Eat it? Pop it out of their hand? I mean, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable how sick some of these people really are. Because look at the benefits of getting this, right? The benefits are quicker. You can scan and get snacks. You can open the door. You can log in because, hey, again, it takes way too long to type, right? You don't want to have to type in your email and password. Oh boy, a whole 5 seconds might go by. Don't want to miss out. We're in a rush, remember? All right, so let's take a look at this article. And remember, I talked about how this is becoming mainstream. Dr. Oz was talking about it, pushing it on the Dr. Oz show. Brooke Shields, the actress, was talking about how she wants to microchip her kids. And sooner or later, you're going to see Kim Kardashian and all these people casually doing this at the store. And the seed planting for all of that is stuff like the Amazon Go store, where people are just holding up their phone. Ooh, go in, take whatever you want, and walk out. No credit card, no line, nothing. Whoa. Right? That's the seed plant. So instead of the phone now becomes inside your body because that's what's coming next with transhumanism. All this stuff goes inside of you. You don't have to carry a phone. You have to carry a wallet. All this stuff is in you. You're superhuman-like. It says sensors and microchips may signal a new era of a connected workforce, but some experts say these technologies also put employees' privacy at risk. For example, a recent patent submitted by tech giant Amazon described an electronic wristband that could monitor employees' tasks. Okay, so Amazon working on putting in a wristband, which eventually will be a microchip, which will monitor employees' tasks. You want to talk about being supervised. They'll be monitoring you if you take a leak. Okay, oh, you were taking a leak for 5 minutes. You're fired. I mean, how many more rights do people really want to give away? I mean, you're already slaves. We're slaves to these people in this system. Let's give them more. Yes, please give me this wristband and microchip so you can monitor my minute-by-minute activity. If I pick my nose or if I go, if you wipe your rear end and you're on the clock, they're going to dox your pay probably. Okay, it says UPS has sensors on its delivery trucks to track the opening and closing of doors, the engine of the vehicle, and whether a seatbelt is buckled. So UPS is monitoring the every move of its employees. A software engineer at Three Square Market said he readily agreed to be embedded with the chip. He said, I didn't even consider not doing it. He said, adding that he uses the chip to swipe into secure rooms and log into his computer. He said it's been really convenient and a really positive experience. I mean, is this guy the laziest person on earth? He didn't consider not doing it because every day when he gets to work, he's so stressed out about using a key card to get into a door or logging into his Gmail account or whatever he logs into, his systems. I mean, cut me a break, And this is the stuff that they're going to use to subliminally program people. Oh, look how easy and convenient it is. These people, we're not considering not doing it. We have to have it. It says these innovations can blur the line between security risks and better productivity. Across companies across the world, employers are looking to have a more interconnected workforce. Big tech companies are looking for ways to give employers a leg up and data insight into their own operations and employees. So keep this in mind, okay, for some of these dopes who are like, hey, I'm going to log in faster. I can get snacks with the swipe of a key card. I mean, how many snacks you buying in a day? That's so hard for you to put $1 in the vending machine. That now your boss, your employer, who's already monitoring you, they're going to monitor your minute-by-minute activity. Oh, he was doing this for 5 minutes. Well, that's not productive, right? Oh, 5 minutes at the water cooler. Oh, that's not productive, right? I have to replace you with a talking sex robot. I mean, this world's lost their minds. People are just submitting their rights to their employers, to our government, taking away our amendments. It is unbelievable. It says, from an employee and a personal data perspective, the information is sensitive. If that information gets into the wrong hands, it's no different than a major security breach. You think it's sensitive? I mean, who needs to be monitored? We're already being monitored, right? They're listening to our calls. They're listening to us online. I mean, just imagine you're inside the matrix, you're working at a cubicle, and these people are monitoring your every move with, like Amazon's planning on doing with this wrist bracelet. People will lose their mind. I mean, but they're like, no, it'll work. It'll cause people to be better employees. I mean, boy, people probably would be better employees if they weren't drugged 24/7 with fluoride and chemtrails and the crap in the food. People are like, nobody even knows what's going on out there. Have anyone seen it? Looks like The Walking Dead every day. Go to the grocery store, take a look around. Looks like The Walking Dead. People are just walking aimlessly, bumping into you. Walking slow. What's going on here? Where am I? Am I supposed to get something here? Yeah, at the grocery. Why am I at the grocery? I don't know. Your cabinet's probably full. What are you doing here? I don't know. Exactly. This is 2018, folks. It says senior advisor at Workplace Fairness, a nonprofit public education and advocacy group that works to promote and protect employee rights, says people don't realize that there aren't a lot of laws protecting privacy in the workplace. Part of the issue is that employees may not even be aware of how all the data is being tracked and how it's being used. Okay? And then they go on to talk about how the Amazon wristband is designed to work. A patent for smart wristbands that would be worn by Amazon fulfillment center employees was approved at the end of January. The wristband would use ultrasonic tracking of a worker's hands to monitor performance of assigned tasks according to the patent application. The device is designed to emit ultrasonic pulses to alert the wearer to inventory locations, Amazon said. Adding the wristband would reduce the need for regular scanners. So this is what they do. They start making it normal to have the wristband on, normal to, okay, all of a sudden it's inside your body, right? And that's exactly what they're doing with the phone. They're saying how companies can track employees. Employees can install video cameras, read postal mail and email, monitor phone and computer usage, and use GPS tracking according to workplace fairness. So they could spy on all of your stuff anyway at work. And it says the workplace is full of examples that in some way determine whether your work performance adds up, like production line workers that are forced to work at a certain place and call centers that track length of time on the phone. Okay, so this is why they're saying this is why employees are going to agree to adopt tracking technology, which will be a microchip. So I don't need to continue reading on. You understand the point. More and more companies are going to start microchipping their employees. They might start with a wristband, but that's just to all of a sudden somebody lost their wristband. Oh, it's becoming a problem. People are losing their wristband. Oh, okay. Why don't we just put it in their skin? They don't have to worry about putting it on every morning or losing it. Okay, right? Getting people chipped. Getting people prepared to be chipped. Right? The workforce is where it's going to start right now. Right? Like I said, we've seen pets in other countries, pets still in America, but you're going to see it at the workplace. It's become mandatory to have these bracelets. Because remember, Amazon, is going to be one of those companies like Apple that sets the trend. And everyone's going to go, well, Amazon does it. Let's be like Amazon. Let's track our employees. Let's track what they're doing. We'll monitor them with a bracelet. I mean, it's like being out on parole or whatever. You have one of those ankle bracelets on. You try to leave the house and you get buzzed or whatever happens. I mean, might as well have an electric fence too at work, right? Put a dog collar on your neck. The world is becoming more and, people are just giving their rights away, folks. I thank you for listening to today's show. God bless all of you and your families.